7.3 acre piece of publicly owned land on the Bloor subway line has been sold for private development, and the plan is to put 2,000 expensive condos in space for upscale retail on it.
A reason why I'm concerned about the redevelopment of Bloor and Dufferin here is because it has a direct impact on Bloor Collegiate. Frankly, the Toronto District School Board has been put in a position by the province to sell land and to tear down the current existing Bloor Collegiate, which is home to Bloor CI students, but also students at Alpha 2 Alternative. And then there is also Kent Public School.
They're going to rebuild Bloor Collegiate, and they're going to build a series of towers. There will be a small park and a private street that will run through the development. One of the most contentious issues is the community hub. When the land was sold, we were told there would be a community hub, there would be community space for artists and social service agencies, which we really need in this neighborhood. There's still a lot of mystery around how big that hub will be, where it will be, what it will look like.
Toronto has developed very, very rapidly in the last 10 or 15 years. We've seen an incredible boom of especially condominium construction. And the issue is that that creates a cycle of escalating land values and displacement.
When a neighborhood is deemed, hip or cool, then it becomes unlivable for most of the people that made it cool to begin with, which is what's happening here. I think a lot of my customers are concerned. They're very worried that the rents are going to go up, and that in this development, most of it is going to be private land, and that if they are deemed, swarthy or smelly or dirty or just, not wanted by the developers, that they will be kicked out.
Build a Better Bloor Dufferin is a grassroots group. We're comprised of a whole mix of people around the neighborhood, residents, students, parents, people that run nonprofits, local business owners. So really like a nice diverse group from our neighborhood, but with like a shared concern about the redevelopment of the land at Bloor and Dufferin.
Oh. Because this is a site of public land, we consider there to be an opportunity here to do something that would look very different. So we want to see on the site affordable housing, truly affordable, and try to maintain some of the green space that's there now, because that's very precious and there's not enough green space in this part of the city.
They have proposed a new school that will be 925 student capacity. It's not adequate, it's too small. It won't have an auditorium, it won't have a swimming pool, which we currently have. And we were promised a school that would be 21st century in nature, but we're losing out on some amenities that a 20th century school has.
We're all smart enough collectively as a community with private developers and with government to come together and find a solution that works.
They say that Bloor Street is kind of the new Yonge Street. And so I think the lessons learned by our small organization, we want to share those with others so that their voice is heard when developers who have deep pockets decide to make massive changes to their neighborhoods.
There's a big risk of losing that opportunity because once that land's developed, we're not going to be able to go back and sort of re-seize that moment. So that's really what's at stake, is the waste of a really valuable public asset.